Всем привет из фотопартии. Посмотрите, какая красоточка у меня сегодня в гостях. Это моя соседка Радика, про которую я вам рассказывала. Она из Франции. Okay, say hello.
Hello.
Она будет рассказывать, да, поскольку она очень долго рассказывает, я ее предупредила, что мне нужна пауза, чтобы я могла перевести. Сейчас несколько слов. I'm going to talk about you, Radhika. I'm going to introduce you a little bit in Russian first, okay? Она живет уже 40 лет в Индии, жила в Уайтфилд рядом с Бангалором, и 6 лет она живет в Путапарте. Родилась она в городе Лион. Right?
She was born in Lyon.
Yes, Lyon. Okay, tell me please, why do you live in India?
Well, I live in India. It was not really my wish. It just happened because when I came, the first interview with Baba, I said, the group, French group, said also me how long we can stay in India. I say with you. Then he got very angry.
Why?
I have no idea. And he said, you all go back to your country and work.
And when it was? Do you remember?
Well, it was
When?
the 89, something like 89.
80s, end of 80s,
Yes.
yeah, late 80s, okay.
So me, I got a shop and the group also. We were not many, 5. And there was a couple and we don't know what happened. It was, So then I said to myself when I left the interview room, I said I go home, and I was living in Switzerland at that time.
And did you work at that time?
I was working in Switzerland to come to India. But actually, I was coming to Amma. I met Amma in Switzerland, Amaji from Kerala.
Yeah, I know.
So she said, I live with her 1 month in Switzerland, and she said, come. So I said, okay, I have to work. So I found a job, and for 1 year and a half, a very nice job in Geneva.
Yes, I've been there.
And then after 1 year and a half, I said, now I can go to India. And I was making joke. I had a friend who used to go in the mountain walking there. And I said to her, I will marry a Maharaja there.
Okay, let me translate, okay. Значит, я спросила, как так получилось, что она живет в Индии, и она начала рассказывать, что она не планировала, так сделал с вами, и когда первый раз она приехала на интервью с французской группой, она не поняла, почему с вами разозлился, и сказала, вы все должны вернуться назад и работать, и она тогда жила в Швейцарии, в Женеве, и вот она вернулась и начала себе зарабатывать на то, чтобы снова потом поехать в Индию второй раз. Но она знала уже Амму тогда, обнимающая Амма, которая с Кералы, и встретила Амму в Швейцарии. Давайте послушаем, что дальше. Окей.
So I buy the ticket because I was living in a beautiful place in Switzerland. I buy the ticket, and a friend of mine from France said she was a scholar in where was it? In Sorbonne. Sorbonne is a big
university
in Paris about Krishna. So we decided to leave to go to India together, and we arrived on Krishna's birthday.
Okay. Yeah.
So from Bombay to Kerala, to Amma, from Kerala to Amma, we were following the elephant with the little Krishna.
Oh.
That was our welcome. My welcome was so much welcome.
And did you really dreamed about getting married in Indian Maharaj at that
No,
time?
I was joking. I was joking.
So it's
But,
not okay.
But I tell you later what happened about this.
Okay.
Because only myself and that girl knew about it.
Because I actually forgot to translate about this. Да, я забыла. Let me translate. Я забыла перевести. Вот так я все время, да, очень сложно для меня переводить, потому что нужно фокусироваться. И она сказала, что она мечтала выйти замуж, но это была как бы и шутка, и не шутка, да, что она мечтала выйти замуж за Махараджа индийского.
And you know, it was like a dream, but not real. I didn't take it seriously. You know. Then we arrived. I was with Amma. She was very happy. I started to live with her.
In Kerala.
In Kerala, a very small place. And actually, she had nothing, no servant, no swami.
Was it an ashram? Ashram also?
It was a little bit ashram, but backwaters where the family was living, and a small wood house. And I lived in the small wood house with only 2 people. Actually, I had, I had meditated for so long, I was not afraid of animals. But there was big gecko, lizard.
Oh my God.
And I had to sleep with them. Yeah. And I didn't mind actually because I love nature. For me it was, I meditated so much. Nature was me. We were one. It was fine, for me. And I loved the story of India before the 60s. The fauna, all the animals. It was a paradise on earth.
Did you plan to stay in India for some time? I mean, that time when you came?
With Amma, I don't know. I had no plan. So she showed me some, cement place. She had nothing, just aluminum pot, and she showed me she had nothing. So when I saw that, I gave her a big donation, to stay with her. And she started to have some Indian people to come, but they didn't know about not spicy food. But they were putting vegetables, spicy vegetables.
Yes, okay, let me translate. Она приехала к Ами и говорит, она медитировала очень долго, да, и не боялась животных, но там она была вынуждена жить с большой ящерицей вместе в одной комнате. Было очень бедненько, да, ничего не было, и она пожертвовала там какую-то сумму даже, как довольно приличную, наверное, как она сказала. И spicy food не было, да, возможности, не было людей готовить.
So she had a very, very small temple, only 3-4 people could stand. Now she's the queen of Kerala with Ayurveda and all this. But me, when I came, actually the French were the first devotees.
Okay. French were the first devotees
of
Amma. Okay.
So what happened? So many stories, I cannot go into everything. But I went with her to France, to Paris. I went with her from India to Paris.
With Amma?
With Amma, and she met the first Devi Baba in a cinema.
And where did she stay?
Well, she stayed with the friend of mine outside of Paris.
Oh, how interesting. Она вместе Amma, вместе с ней полетела в Париж, и остановилась она у ее друзей.
Yeah. So she met the Devi Baba, the first Devi Baba, and it was in my area where my family lived. But they didn't come, and many people came. And this area, Montparnasse.
Oh,
Montparnasse is famous.
I know, yeah, I've been there. It sounds French, Montparnasse.
So in Montparnasse. So we were happy. Then I said I will stay with her for a while, and I left all my luggage to these people.
How did your family react to this?
I was not with them anymore.
Okay.
My father died, and my mother, she couldn't understand. She was not negative, but behind me she was negative because I meditated. I was only meditating. She couldn't understand with Maharishi, for 15 years. So she's okay. I was doing my life, she was doing her life. There was no problem.
Я спросила, как отреагировали ее родители, когда она привезла Аму, и вообще, потому что это же все-таки католические христиане. Но она говорит, отца уже не было тогда, а мама виду не подавала, но за ее спиной, конечно, ей это все не нравилось.
So then I started to live there, and I started to translate her Bhajan book. And she, in Reunion Island, she has an ashram. I went with her, and there's a Swami there, and they published
Did you translate the bhajans
all the
into
Bhajan
French?
book into French.
Into French. Она переводила книги баджаны на французский.
Yeah, and it was published in Reunion Island. They speak French there. It's a French colony. So I lived with her, and it was very like a dream of ashram, like with the gurus 100 years. She called some Swami, and she went to Tiruvannamalai. And Tiruvannamalai, she met the French guy, Swami French, and a lady from Australia.
Okay.
And they became her close disciple to do whatever she wanted to do. So Sarvatma was the French one, and he used to, to give classes, guitar and so on. I was the only one there listening. It was like beautiful.
So basically it was just the beginning of Amma, right, at that time. So она говорит, Amma поехала в Тируваннамалай, там она встретила с Австралии, да, from Australia and from France. And from France, yeah. Оттуда она встретила людей, и вот как бы так все начиналось. Очень важные люди для нее они стали,
That
да.
girl, she became her servant, but nice, taking care of her, everything.
A girl from Australia.
Yeah, she used to translate. Amma didn't speak English for many years.
Ама очень много лет не разговаривала
Now
на
she does a
английском.
little bit, I don't know.
Сейчас она немножко говорит, но тогда она не говорила. И вот эта девушка из Австралии, она была постоянно при ней, предана, и помогала, и заботилась, и переводила. Все.
And so she started to travel. I traveled with her in Bass. Bass is a different place in India.
Around India, да. И она путешествовала сама на автобусе по Индии.
And then after she wanted to go to Bombay, we didn't go to Delhi, but Bombay. We flew, so I flew with her.
Она летала даже везде самой, да. So Amma was your first experience, right? Then Swami.
Of course.
Yes.
Сначала no, but before was Maharishi 15 years.
Да. Сначала Maharishi это трансцендентная медитация, да.
15 years before.
Сначала, как она вообще пришла, вот как бы начался ее, что ли, вот этот spiritual way, да. И она стала учителем и преподавала вот эту трансцендентную медитацию, хотя с вами был против этого. Это она мне уже здесь сказала, потому что эта медитация, за нее люди платили деньги, а с вами был против того, чтобы духовные знания продавались, да. I was just trying to explain, like you said, that Baba was against that transcendental meditation.
No, but I didn't start off speaking of Swami.
Okay, yeah. Yes, okay.
Yes, okay. So I translated. She had a puja, and the mother was doing pasam. There was some lila, but I don't want to go. It's too long.
Okay.
So what happened? I was translating very nicely, quiet. And then many people used to come from Puttaparthi, foreigner, to Amma and explain. Me, I never heard of Sai Baba, so I said, okay. I don't know. I was not interested to meet somebody else, okay?
Она была очень счастлива сама и никого-то, собственно, не ожидала, да, встретить. И люди стали приезжать с Путтапарти в Кералу, и так она узнала о Путтапарти, когда она была в Керале.
Yeah, and because after Maharishi, I met this lady who is not far. She gave me so many darshan. What is the name? Her name? another Indian lady. Anyway, so I was meeting those people all the time. So it was nice. So I said, and they were telling, is pushing, is this, ashram. Oh, I said, I don't want to go. I didn't want to go. But somehow, I started to travel with Amma to Reunion Island, and it was nice in her ashram, come back. And then the next time she wanted to go, I said no, but it was not me who was saying no.
Мгм.
It was like Sai Baba, I can say, stolen me from that place. No, it's not a joke.
Yeah, but yeah,
In the
funny.
past, yeah, for the people who don't know spirituality, it's
Yeah, but
funny.
most of the people, who are watching my channel, so they are kind of spiritual, so they
Yeah.
will understand. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm gonna.
So he made change my mind. And Amma went to Reunion Island, and I stayed there, and a girl, a Russian girl, came to me and said, I have to go to Russia, to, I don't know, Moscow. And before, in Bangalore, I want to see Sai Baba for blessing.
I'm sorry, I didn't follow. Who said this?
I met in Amma Ashram
Ah, okay, got it. Okay.
a girl from Russia.
Okay,
And she asked me to come with her.
to Moscow.
No, she would stop. She was taking the plane in Bangalore, so she wanted to see Sai Baba.
Окей, let me translate, yeah. В общем, когда люди ей рассказывали про путапарти и приглашали ее в путапарти, она никуда не хотела ехать, потому что никакие путапарти ей не нужны были. Она была самой, и она была счастлива быть вместе с самой. Но вот она познакомилась с девушкой в этом ашраме. Девушка была из России. Девушка очень хотела приехать в путапарти. И тут она немножко отвлеклась и говорит, потом Амма, поскольку она летала везде с Аммой, Амма ее позвала в очередную поездку. И она не захотела вдруг ехать в эту поездку и сама не поняла, почему она не захотела. И говорит, что с вами как будто бы украл ее у Аммы. И вот с этого момента и начинается ее история с Сай Бабой. Мгм.
Yeah. So, as you know, yes, I was going. So I told that girl who was the Amma's helper, I'm leaving. She said, how can you do this to Amma, going to see Sai Baba? I said, why not? And I went, I took the plane. I arrived in Whitefield, and so the first darshan was not too nice, okay. That girl front, she gave the letter that she wanted blessing from Baba, that Amma was her guru, but me, I had no letter, I just went there. And it was okay, and I met the French people there. It was
Whitefield,
bigger than my place where I was. I was alone in Amma.
And the girl came with you, the Russian girl.
Yeah.
Ага, I'm translating. В общем, она с этой русской девушкой в итоге решили лететь, и тогда девушка сказала, как ты можешь так поступить с Аммой? Амма была гуру той русской. Но в итоге они прилетели и остановились в Уайтфилде в ашраме. И этот ашрам был намного больше, чем ашрам Аммы. И вот сейчас она будет рассказывать про первый опыт, да, про первый даршан.
Yeah. So then I came, it was nice, and then that girl we were supposed to leave after 3 days, something like that. So she left, I couldn't leave.
Oh,
I couldn't
really?
go through the gate.
Did you have a return ticket?
Yes, of course. No, but I mean, I couldn't leave the ashram.
Okay, I
I
understood,
couldn't
yeah.
step the outside.
О май гад, let me translate. Через 3 дня они должны были вернуться, и у них были обратные билеты, и девушка вернулась. Но она, Радика, она не смогла, говорит, прям вот буквально, да, выйти, что ли, оттуда.
So I said, okay, I'll stay. So I stayed alone in the shade, or I don't know, they had a place. And it was not many days, 3-4 days extra. And then, he knew that I was a little bit afraid of India because it was new for me.
Ah,
All
really?
these black people, I was not used.
Да,
So-
боялась, говорит, с вами знал, что она боялась немножко Индии. Но в итоге что, она осталась в Уайтфилде. И говорит, с вами знал, что она боялась. Индия новый как бы опыт для нее. Люди эти черные,
Yeah.
темные.
So
Да.
he left after 3 days to Madras. We saw him leaving very early, 4 o'clock in the morning, and me, I was leaving after.
Madras is Chennai, right?
Yeah.
These days, yeah. Was it Madras, called Madras at that time?
Yeah.
Ah,
It's
okay.
Madras.
Mhm.
So I prepare my things, and a girl comes to me. Her name is Alvina. She's from. She lived here also. She's from Germany.
Альвина?
Alvina.
Мгм.
I don't know if you know her. No, because you are not German. But can you imagine? It's the first girl again. We are together here the same.
Да, Still. В общем, немецкая девочка, да, Альвина, девушка, с которой они подружились, до сих пор здесь живет. Она, кстати, в этом доме в нашем жила, а сейчас она здесь живет. And how long?
So 40 years.
40 years, да.
She left. She went to Germany 2 or 3 times. I never left.
Она ездила время от времени, она возвращалась в свою страну, это
Ну,
Альвина, да.
ну,
А она
да.
с тех пор, вот представляете, как она оказалась в этом Уайлдфилде, с тех пор она ни разу не покидала Индию.
And can you imagine it?
I cannot.
And he says to me, go to your home and work. Do you remember?
Yes. Вот с тех пор, как с вами я ей сказал,
To
да.
explain, I will explain something after that about the lilas of Baba.
Да, она сейчас объяснит вот как бы смысл
Lila.
Лилы, Лила
Lila
Баба.
means the play.
Я игры.
Actually, what happened, there is the self, which is emptiness. This emptiness is nothing, but has created the world
Да.
for its play.
Из пустоты, да, был создан мир.
For its play.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Чтобы
he
для
was-
игры, да.
Yeah. So
Все игры с вами.
that everyone, this is space. In space is everything. All the animals he likes, qu'il a created, all the planets. We are all inside.
Все создано это для игры
We are all
Божьей, да.
inside. The
Растения,
virus, the
животные.
the flies, the flower, the trees. Everything is inside with us.
Все это, да, внутри вместе с нами.
But we as a society, as a race, we have separated everything. So we became miserable by that separation. Man says I'm higher than other countrymen, or I discovered this. What is this?
Все мы
God
разделились,
created.
да, потому
God
что
created
один стал говорить, что он выше другого, да, например, человек выше